Hey there, my dear Aquarians. This is Julian. Success has a side effect. It attracts ghosts. Someone who has been silent for a year will text you. Someone who betrayed you will call. Don't be fooled. They aren't coming to you. They're coming to your new light. There are no coincidences. This is a test. I remember the exact moment. February 2019. I closed my first big deal. 48 hours later, someone who had told me a year prior, zero, texted me. He wanted to rekindle our friendship. I almost opened the door. I thought forgiveness meant letting them back in. I was wrong. It cost me 6 months of focus. Aquarians, you're on the rise right now. Your frequency has shifted. You are shining. And the archives say, the last week of January 2026 is the week of mirrors. January 24th to 31st. Venus enters Pisces, squaring Uranus. This aspect historically opens a portal for karmic encounters. Vanga saw this. In 1994, she said, "When Aquarius rises, those who laughed will return. But it is not love, it is envy disguised as repentance." The question isn't whether they will return. They are already on their way. The question is, do you know the code? Let's look at the data. University of California, 2018. 73% of people who experienced a career surge reported old acquaintances returning within 3 to 6 months. This isn't mysticism, it's social physics. Robert Cialdini calls this reverse social proof. People ignore you in your struggle, but when they see proof of success, their brain recalibrates automatically. Why now? Venus in Pisces activates your second house, money, values. Uranus in Gemini creates tension in communications. This is an astrological trigger. But here's the neuroscience. Stanford, 2019. Your brain releases oxytocin 40% more actively during success. This is the trust hormone. You are literally more vulnerable to manipulation. You are not weak. You are simply chemically open. Check right now. Open your phone. Look at unread messages from the last 7 days. Who has reached out for the first time in months? If it's someone who ignored you in 2024 to 2025, it's not a coincidence. It's nature's trap. So, we understand the mechanics. Ghosts return. Your brain is chemically open. The question is, what to do? Most people make one of two mistakes. Mistake number 1. They let them back in because, 3. Mistake number 2. They get angry, block them, but harbor resentment. Both cost energy. There is a third way. The King's Protocol. 3 steps. Step 1. Forgive internally. Not for them, for yourself. Resentment is an anchor. It keeps you at an old frequency. Forgive to release energy. Step 2. Do not let them back in. Forgiveness does not equal access. You can forgive a person and not give them your phone number. A king forgives an enemy, but does not invite them into the throne room. Step 3. Block or set a boundary. If they text, respond once, briefly, neutrally. Thanks for your words. I wish you well. And that's it. No meetings, no _5_. If they continue, block them. Why does this work? The Kabbalah calls the last week of January the _6_. It's a time for karmic correction. You must see the ghost, acknowledge the lesson, but not let them into your new reality. Neuroscience. When you set a boundary, your brain releases dopamine, a reward for defending your territory. This strengthens your frequency. You are not building a wall, you are building a filter. I didn't understand this immediately. 2019. I let someone back in. He was my best friend 10 years ago. He left when I had no money. He returned when he saw my first success. I thought, quote 7. 3 months later, he asked to borrow $10,000, quote 8. I gave it to him. He disappeared. I didn't lose money, I lost focus for 6 months. Lesson. People don't change because of your success. They only change because of their own pain. If they haven't gone through fire, they are the same. Here is your protocol for January 24th to 31st, 2026. January 24th. Open your phone. Make a list of people who have reached out for the first time in 6+ months. Don't respond immediately. Just note them. January 25th to 27th. If they text again, ask yourself 3 questions. Where were they when I was struggling? What has changed in their life, or in mine, that they've returned? What do they want, not what they say, but what they truly want? January 28th to 31st. If it's a ghost, 1 short reply. Quote 9, period. No explanations. Here's how you'll know it worked. 48 hours after setting the boundary, you will feel one of 2 things. Option A, lightness, as if a backpack has been removed. This means you have freed up energy. Option B, guilt. Quote 10. This is your old pattern. Ignore it. The guilt will pass in 72 hours. My client set a boundary on January 20th. 3 days later, he closed a deal that had been stuck for 2 months. Coincidence? The archives say, no. Some ghosts are persistent. They will text again. Quote 11. Quote 12. Your answer? Silence. Or block. Tibetan astrology calls such people, quote 13. They feed on your reaction. Do not feed them. Silence is not weakness. It is the king's weapon. Here's what happens when you follow the protocol. Your frequency stabilizes. You stop losing energy on explanations. My client statistics. Those who set boundaries in January 2024 increased their income by an average of 40% by March. Not because boundaries equal money, but because boundaries equal focus. Nostradamus wrote in 1555, quote 14. He did not say, quote 15. He said, quote 16. Now the choice. So, we've gone through the mechanics of ghosts. We've understood the king's strategy. Forgive internally. Do not let them in. Block them. You know the window. January 24th to 31st, 2026. The week of mirrors. Venus in Pisces, square Uranus. The portal is open. Now the choice. You can let the ghosts back in. That is your right. But know the price. 6 months of focus, 30% of income. Half a year in the old frequency. Or follow the code. Forgive, but block. Free up energy, protect your territory. Rockefeller forgave his betrayers. But he did not give them a second chance. Kings do not gamble with trust. If you choose the king's path, write in the comments, access denied. This is a declaration. You are setting a boundary not just for them, but for the universe. Forgive, but block. It is not cruelty, it is architecture. Aquarians, you are building an empire. Do not let those who didn't believe in the foundation enter. Julian out.